Welcome to the Seer Show. Join us as we dive into the dynamic world of health, wellness, mindset, and fitness with the unparalleled guidance of lifelong knowledge seekers, Sifu Rafael and Nikki Gangemi. Sifu and Nikki will unlock groundbreaking insights with extraordinary guests from around the globe. You'll get the latest holistic approaches to well-being with a sharp focus on the powerful connection between mind, body, and soul. Get ready to take the leap. It's time to embrace a brighter and healthier future with us at the Seer Show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Nikki. How are you?
Good morning, Sifu. I am excellent. And how are you doing this fine morning?
I'm exceptional and getting better every day.
You are a living testament to that.
Yeah, well, you have to believe it, right? You can't just say it, I believe. That's the important part.
It is. Yeah, you do have to. The words are the first, right? Like speaking it, believing it, and then
Yeah.
your energy behind it. Yeah, it all comes together as a recipe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
First of all, I want to apologize to everyone because we have two guests that were supposed to come on, and I believe I might have messed up and not send out the email. So to my guests, if you're listening now, I truly apologize. I'm not going to blame anyone but me. And also, I just had shoulder surgery, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it could be.
And he's still here making jokes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what a year we've had with the Seer Show. What an incredible amount of amazing guests we've had.
We have, yeah, and I've really enjoyed all of them. The conversations, they've just happened naturally. And the one thread that I've noticed is that it's always about positive solutions. What can we do to improve ourselves? And it's just nice to have that space to have conversations like that.
Yeah. There's so many memorable guests that I cannot go and name one, but if anybody's interested, you should go to the YouTube channel and take a look at the shows and see all the different people that have been on. Because what winds up happening is every single individual has shared so much great information that can help and shape the way we even think.
Mm-hmm. That's right. They have. And we tell stories. I find that stories are the best because people can relate to them, right? And they start to insert themselves into your story and they're like, okay, that makes sense. And it's just easier to understand things when we can connect them to story and to what we already know. So lots of insights to be gained.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What's something that you would say was an upside for you in 2025?
Oh, an upside for me. Well, there's been quite a few. One that comes to mind is collaboration. I've got 2 collaborations that I've been working on this year, and it's just been really exciting. So as a solopreneur for the last 7 years, it feels nice to have that team aspect and to get to feel what it's like to work as a team and share ideas. And, everybody has their own zone of genius and what they're good at. So to be able to, focus on like your zone of genius and have other people to pick up the other pieces, that's refreshing to not have to do that. So that's
That
nice.
has to be refreshing, right? Because as you said, a solopreneur, you're wearing so many hats, right? And wouldn't it be nice to take my hat off and put it on you? Wouldn't it be nice to put my hat and take it on somebody else so that I can focus more on where I shine, right?
Yes. Yeah, like this one collaboration I'm working on with two other ladies, Beyond Limits. One of them, Judy Kane, she comes from IT and tech world originally. So she's really good at that stuff in organization. And she's been picking up that load, so to speak, getting us organized, setting things up. And it's like, oh, wow, that feels really good to have her, to have her do that. So it's
That's
been
pretty
fun.
cool.
And how about you? What's been some highlights in 2025 for you?
Oh my gosh. I got to tell you, just waking up every day is a highlight every day.
Yes, and you wake up early, sometimes in the middle of the night when others are sleeping.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what happens is when I wake up in a certain ways because I've gone to sleep with intentions, right? So I realize that our mind is constantly working. It never, even when you meditate at the deepest level, it never goes to sleep, right? Even when I was out, when I had my surgery just last Thursday, and I am sure my brain was still going because if they would have connected my brain, they would have seen some movement, right? So it
Right.
doesn't just shut off. I don't think it ever shuts off. So the most important thing that we have to consider is that if we go to sleep with intention, and what I tell my brain to do is to work while I'm sleeping. Like, you're going to work anyway. Let's have an intention as to what it is. So every night before I go to sleep, I say, I do talk to God. So I say, God, please guide me in what I need to do, how I need to show up, and what my next actions are. And so sometimes I'm woken up in the middle of the night and I wake up and I'm like wide awake. I cannot go back to sleep. So I go start writing. So I've written chapters of books. I've written titles of books. I've so many different things I've written because it's there and I can't go back to sleep.
Right.
So I go to sleep with intention. And I think that's one of the things that really has resonated with me. And then the other thing is I've started creating um, physical stages for people because so many people are in the realm of we need to connect better. So, what better way to connect than having a place where you can go and meet great individuals who are like minded? And that's why I started the New York City Mastermind Experience. And then I said, let me bring Lancelot along and let me bring Jose along. And so the three of us are now curating these physical stages for people. And to me, that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and there you go, working with a team. And I'm sure
That's
you
right.
all each have your own strengths that you bring together to make a
Correct.
leveled up experience for everyone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's absolutely no doubt. And what a great collaboration.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, a lot of people say, Sifu, how do you do it? How do you find the time? Because I now have 10 shows.
Yes, you do.
And I got to tell you, it only works because of my calendar, my scheduling. And so, one of the things when I talk to a new person who's going to be on my shows, and once again, I apologize to Eric and Michelle if I did not get the email out. I'll make it up to them, I'm sure. And so, what ends up happening is I don't want to go back and forth when I schedule somebody to be on the shows. And so what I do is I say, here's the booking link. You book it.
Hmm.
There's no back and forth. I don't have to go look at my account. You look, none of that. So I leave the middleman out and I make them in charge of when they want to show up.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I know they both want to be here. So once again, I apologize. My one mistake for the year. That was it. Not so
You're
bad.
forgiven if that's your only mistake of the year and we're at the end of December.
Well, I'm sure there's many. We just don't have that much time.
We don't have that much time, right?
Right, right.
Yeah, it's like working smarter, not harder. And even, I mean, that's a system that you have set up, the calendar system, and having reminders, automation, that definitely saves a lot of time.
Right, right.
Hmm.
So 7 years you've been doing this thing, solopreneur. But I
7 years
don't
ago. Oh, I left
I
mine.
want you to change that. Change that name. It's not solopreneur.
No, yes, you're right. I'm not solo. I have a VA, a virtual assistant
Mm.
that does so much for me. So yeah, time to change the word, reframe the word.
That's it. Reframe, reframe.
hmm Yeah,
Um,
but it's been 7 years. Time flies.
I think the word entrepreneur, if you will, it's when you enter it. So a solopreneur is when you have to do every little thing.
Yeah.
An entrepreneur to me is when you're entering entrepreneurship, right? So
Mm.
what word can we come up together today? And maybe it'll go in the dictionary later on when somebody's been
Oh,
doing it for a while, like you have, like I have. Um, right. So let's put our minds together. And if anybody else wants to chime in and share what you think would be a great word to have for somebody to say, because you're not entering it, you've been in it for some time,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, I might have to set the intention tonight to come up with the just right word
And then we'll have to share it on a show
and
for
then
sure.
share it on the show. Yeah, because we know the power of intention.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So anybody out there, help us out once again, because to me, entrepreneur is when you're entering the entrepreneurship, and a solopreneur is when you have to do every little thing.
Every
And what happens when you've been in it for some time, and you have maybe a team, or you have a VA, or you have people who are collaborating in that business venture, right? For me, it's been so many different ventures that I'm not a solopreneur. I'm not an entrepreneur. I've been doing this for way over 30 years.
Wow.
So yeah, for me it's been a minute.
It has certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got my brain thinking. I'm thinking of qualities that help us to be successful, like
Right.
being curious, being flexible, being willing to let go of control,
Oof.
right? And just kind of lean back, like we were talking before, stay in your zone of genius and allow others to rise and shine.
Mhm.
So that's kind of where my brain is percolating right now. And I'm sure a word will come up.
Yeah, yeah. So one of the shows, my 10th show, if you will, is called Unified Leadership, and I do that one with Coach Theo Clay. And the word leadership is basically that. But I want to, because you could be a leader and still work for someone else, right? You can still be an
Mhm.
employee and be a leader. Look at how many leaders are in the armed forces. You got generals; they still are getting a paycheck.
Mhm.
They don't determine their salary. So an entrepreneur, solopreneur, kind of starts to determine their salary. They choose to work or not work. So I choose to close my businesses. Saturday is going to be my last day of having a little bit of fun with other people, and then I'm just going to close up shop and not do anything. I don't
Oh,
even think I have any shows scheduled for after the this coming week, because I just want to refocus as
yeah.
to the importance of what my life has been and where
Mhm.
my life is going, right?
Yeah.
So we can be a leader in any capacity. We can be the leader of ourselves first. We can
Oh,
be the
yeah.
leader of our family, or we can be in leadership with our partner in our family. We can be the leader of our space, right? So how do we keep our space tidy, or do we not keep it tidy? So
Yeah.
those are the
Right.
things that we have to
Choice.
ask.
Yeah, you could be a leader of your mind. How are you
Mhm.
going to choose to lead your mind, to lead your thoughts, lead a conversation? I mean, there's so many opportunities to step up and be a leader.
Yeah. So we have a couple of people who kind of gave this a little heart. I'd love to get you guys to chime in. James McCluskey, Spencer Jones, and Sharon
Oh,
Thomas, which is Big D. I mean, Big Mo. And I got to tell you, you guys, all three of you, are super exceptional human beings. We'd love for you to chime in and share a comment or two with
Yeah,
us.
share your thoughts on this conversation. We were talking about the power of setting intentions. That's one topic. Reframing words. So, we want to make a new word in the dictionary instead of entrepreneur or solopreneur. What might that be to describe this fascinating industry?
I just came up with opportunitypreneur.
Oh, opportunitypreneur, uppreneur. We could short
Uppreneur.
uppreneur, the OPP.
OPPreneur. Three P's.
Yes, 3 P's.
3 P's in a pod, right?
See, we got our brain thinking now. I know we're going to come up with a word by tomorrow.
Or who knows, just text me whenever it comes up to you. Just
Right.
text me a bunch of them, right? No chat GPT, people. Nobody goes to chat
Oh, that's right. Yes, use your
because
own.
that's easy, right? You can say, come up with something. So chat GPT is a great thing, but now we're asking for the intention of the mind. The best chat GPT, the best AI we have, it's in here.
Yes, it is. I've been doing some Christmas shopping this week on Amazon, and it's like, I don't know. Do you experience that where it's like you don't know what to buy for some people? You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
all the time.
Gifts
All
for
the
men
time.
who like fishing, gifts for women who love dogs. You're like looking for these ideas, and after a while of just like looking and browsing, I stopped myself. I said, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go do something different. And I went and I made dinner, and I set the intention. I said, I'm going to have an idea that just pops into my mind that's going to be just right.
Making dinner.
Yeah. And then the idea popped into my mind. I thought about my brother. Hopefully he's not listening, because then he'll know what his gift is. And
Don't say what the gift is. Don't say what the gift is.
He's not listening. He's at work right now teaching. And I was thinking, recently he was hosting some people over his house, and he had asked if I had any serving platters that he could borrow. So I thought he could use some serving platters. So the idea popped into my mind. And then I went and I found them and just ordered them. So I trusted my own mind. What helped me to do that was, instead of pushing and forcing and making it happen, I stepped away, set the intention, and just let my mind come up with an idea.
That's excellent. I have a lot of people in my life who, the question is, what do you give someone who has everything?
Yes.
So I realize if I dress up as a big present and just give them a hug, just a big bow, wrapped in red and black, or red and black and green and so forth, and then just come out and say, I'm your present, I'm a hugger. No, but just kidding aside, sometimes a great gift for someone is find out what is it that they like. And if they like sports cars, you're not going to give them a sports car, but maybe you can give them a miniature of their favorite sports car, right? Yeah. So maybe you can give them, say, do you have driving gloves, right? Or have you ever used driving gloves? Because if they like sports cars, they're going to want, they probably have a pair already, but maybe they want a different color pair. Or somebody who has, for me, for my kids, I have two boys, they're 21 and 24, and I stopped giving them gifts many years ago. It's not because I'm a humbug. It's because I said, if I give them something and they're like, oh, that's nice. Oh my God, that just breaks my heart. I'm like, I spend all this effort and time and money. Forget the money part. Even if it costs me $10 or $10,000, and if you still go, oh, that's nice, it kind of breaks my heart. So I said, you know what? I said, here's some cash. What would you like? Well, I just give them an envelope with cash. And I go, treat yourself. Or sometimes I'll say, is there anything that you've been wanting, but you can't afford?
Oh, yeah.
right? Because they're my kids. Of course, I'm going to give them something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then it comes to the point where do we find out what they want and hopefully get them the right thing, or we say, hey, send me your, if you're on Amazon, send me your Amazon wish list.
Hmm. Okay.
Boom.
Yeah, that's a good idea. My godchild, my niece Emma, did that. She put together a wish list on Amazon, and then shared the link with all of us, and then we all got to pick. At least
Brilliant.
you're getting something
Brilliant.
she wants.
Like, but think about it. People get married, right? And they have a registry that you can go and buy gifts for them or for their all that stuff, right? Even for children's parties. And so we should all go and share our wish list with people. But you should make two wish lists, right?
Mm.
One of like under $50 or even under $20 for people who you know that can't really afford it. And then an elaborate one for, 1,000 and up, whatever it is.
50 to 1,000. Where's something in between?
No, there's no in between. There's no in
There's no in
between.
between. It's this or that.
So get me something for under $50. I'm cool.
Mhm.
Or to be honest with you, I because I buy my own stuff, a lot of times even before my birthday, I'll
Yeah.
see something and I'll go buy it. And people are like, why'd you buy yourself a gift? I said, because it's my birthday. I'm giving myself a gift. And they're like, oh, you could have told me. I would have shared. And so a lot of times, even clients will bring me things. And unfortunately, and if any clients are listening, don't bring me red wine. And I get tons of bottles of red wine. I'm not
Really?
really a drinker. So I'll get liquor, and I'm like, oh gosh. So now I have to regift it. And then
Uh,
first I find out who likes to drink.
right.
I'm not much of a drinker, right?
Or
So
host a dinner party at your house and you've got the wine to put out.
see that? Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So we just had this event in New York City at my facility, and I had a bunch of bottles of wine left over. So what I did is on Saturday, there was on Monday that we had a kickboxing class. So when all the women, it was women's only kickboxing. So when they were all starting the class, I said, ladies, by the way, at the front desk, I'm going to put a bunch of bottles of wine. Please take whatever you like. They're like, really? I'm like, yes. And
Nice.
they were walking out with a bottle of wine. They were happy and unexpected gifts, right?
Yeah.
Because most of the bottles I gave away had three-quarters of it full. So one of them was like, yes, I'm going home. I'm going to have a glass of wine. I'm like, congratulations. Have fun on me. Right.
They were open bottles of wine.
They were because we only poured a glass, right? So, but
Ah, okay.
I had a ton of them, right? So
Nice.
I
Yeah.
just put a bunch of bottles and I said, grab anything you want,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
That would be a
sometimes,
pleasant surprise to me. I would
yeah,
appreciate that. I
yeah,
do like wine.
yeah, I would have gotten you, I would have gotten you a couple of bottles, right? So the thing for me is, and when I was younger, I felt obligated to buy gifts. I felt obligated. I don't have that feeling anymore.
That's amazing. So, what helped you to get rid of that feeling of obligated? Because I think that's something a lot of people can relate to, even if it's not just a gift, but even like you get an invitation to go to a party and
Right.
you feel obligated to go, like that sense of obligation. What did you do to eliminate that?
I felt that when we can connect with somebody on a deeper level, I think that's the real gift, right? And what can I do for you that you would never expect someone else to do for you? How can I lift you up? How can I come over and maybe even do something that would or help you in a way that can save you thousands of dollars
Mm,
and not ask for anything in return? And that alone, people say, you know what? There's no gift you can give me. because you've been gifting me all year long. Now, don't get me wrong. If somebody invites me to the house, I always bring a bottle of wine, pastry, or something of that nature. Because Sifu's mind body method, I'm going to bring something healthier than most people. So maybe I'll bring a salad or something like that. I'll ask, what can I bring? So sometimes I make, ready for a secret?
Mm.
I make the best shrimp cocktails.
Really?
You want me to tell you?
Well, I was going to say, what makes them the best? Yeah.
I would say about 35 years ago, I met a girl at a gathering. She had the biggest shrimps that were like the size of my arm at
Wow.
her house. They were huge. And I found out this girl owned a shrimp company.
Mm.
And I'm like, I even said, how'd you get these shrimp? She goes, oh, I own the company. I'm like, oh, okay, I get you. So I said, why are they so delicious? She goes, come, I'll show you. And she shows me some beer. I'm like, oh, you mean the more I drink, the better they'll taste?
Yes.
She goes, no, silly. I don't use water when I cook them. I cook them in beer.
Wow.
So that's how I make my shrimp.
I never would have guessed that. I would never think, I mean, I don't, I don't eat fish, but even so, I would never think of cooking or boiling something in beer.
I know. Me neither. But can I tell you, everywhere I go and I bring shrimp, like I bring a big tray of shrimp with some cocktail sauce and whatnot, and people are like, oh my God, these shrimps are so good. That's my recipe, right?
You gave the secret away.
You know what? That's called sharing.
It is, yes.
Right? So if you go anywhere, and here's the other trick. Don't overcook the shrimp. So anybody out there, and I'm not, this famous chef, but I like cooking.
Yeah.
The way I cook shrimp is as soon as they turn orange, take them off the pot, put them in cold water, running cold water, and then put them on a dish, and then put them in the fridge, and then you'll have great shrimp cocktail. But a lot of people, they're like, oh, is it ready? 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 And then they turn orange, and then they're orange, and then they're orange, and they're still waiting. They're still waiting. They take them out, and then the shrimp are like,
yeah. We used to do that with Christmas cookies. My sister and I took over the tradition of making Christmas cookies. And I remember learning that when the bottom is golden brown, they're done and you take them out. So I would be in charge because we would, each have our role. That way we could do it fully and do it well. So one year my role was to watch the cookies in the oven, and I would take the butter knife and lift it up, and I would see, okay, it's a little golden brown. Let me wait a little longer so that it's a little more cooked. And then couple days later, they're hard. I overcook them. Right. So my sister's like, I'm taking over that job. You roll the cookies and put them on the cookie sheet. She takes them out before they turn golden. She goes, then they're too cooked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. It's all these little nuances that can improve something and make it even better.
Yeah. Same thing with steak. You got to let the steak continue to cook out of the oven. If you do it in the oven, if you do it on the pan, if you do it on the grill, you have to take it out, let it sit, because it's still cooking inside. Right?
See, I didn't know that. Years ago, I lived and I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat meat or fish or anything. And I was living with my boyfriend at the time, and I would want to make him meat. Just because I don't eat meat doesn't mean, he shouldn't. But I was so concerned about the chicken or the meat not being cooked enough. I would make sure it was completely brown on the inside, or there was no pink. And then he's like, honey, I appreciate you making, but let me make it, because it was so tough. I thought I was doing a good thing, making sure it wasn't raw, and it's like, nope.
So here we are at the Seer Show, teaching you guys how to cook a little bit.
That's right. You never know what you're going to get when you tune in.
You never know. But don't complain, right?
That's right. It's always a delightful surprise. Either way, you
Yeah.
learn something, right?
I gotta tell you, Nikki, it has been one of the pleasant things about 2025 for me has been hosting this show with you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Same. This has been a collaboration as well. I didn't mention it before, but this has been another collaboration that I'm a part of. And I've enjoyed these conversations. I'll say this because it's December 17th, and I don't know if you remember, but last December 17th was the day that my grandmother passed away 1 year ago. And when I came on the show the next morning, you were like, "You're here? I can't believe it. Like your grandmother just passed away." And I said, but this is going to be the highlight of my day
Right.
because it's going to be so sad and heavy conversations after this hour. And I am just thankful to be able to have a positive conversation.
Hmm.
So, yeah, it's 1 year ago today.
Wow.
So I'm thankful for this conversation with you, Sifu.
Yeah, yeah. I got to tell you that turned out to be such a great show, because everybody who was here, we reminisced about your grandma and everything about her, and a year in heaven, if you will. Um, and she's still with you. She's still in your heart, and those fond memories that all the things that she did. Tell us how young your grandma was when she went up.
99.9. She wanted so badly to turn 100. She got very close.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
incredible.
99.9. Yeah. So my
Mhm.
mom, she wants to do a little celebration of life dinner. And I thought to myself, how can we celebrate her life? So I am going to use ChatGPT. But my idea that I had was to come up with these conversation starters. Uh,
Mm,
what's your funniest memory with grandma?
yeah.
Dot dot dot, and then put all the papers, fold them up, put them in a bowl, and then we sit around the table and we pick one, and then whatever you get, it's like ready go, like finish the sentence, and that way it's kind of guided, and it'll help. Otherwise, people they just resort to, what do we say, kind of thing.
No, no, I think that's a brilliant idea because for me, I'm one of those weird guys that if there is a funeral or something like that, I'm not the teary guy. I'm not
Hmm.
the one dancing around either, but I'm the one with a smile on my face.
Yeah.
And the reason is because I had a chance to have that person share their life with me. So for me, it is a celebration of their life, not their death,
Right.
right? So I look at death differently. And even when my parents passed away, I was, my sisters are crying the whole deal, and I'm not. So they're like, "What's wrong with you?" kind of deal. And I just said, I'm just remembering the beautiful parts. Yeah.
Mhm.
Even when my sister passed, and I was at a funeral last year in Miami, and I was not one of the teary guys. I was so just like standing there that some family member that I never met came over and asked me about the what's the next proceedings. He thought I worked there because I was in a nice suit, the whole deal. And I'm in the back of the room. My sister's coffin is up front, and I'm like, I said, that's my sister. He goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." And I said, "Don't be sorry." I said, "You know you." So I got to meet him and everything. And then I said, I'm just remembering her in a great way. And
Wow.
but it goes to show I wasn't distant, but I was just observing, right?
Hmm.
So it's I have a different way that I look at life and
Right.
death, right?
Right. Yeah. And I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that your sister passed away a year ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. We all have a different way of dealing with it. And for you to stand back, just kind of step back and remember and
Right.
celebrate her.
So I love what you're doing, the celebration of your grandma, because it's it's the funny things we need to remember, the great things they did, and even some of the times where you think like, what were they thinking? right? Kind of deal. So
Uh-huh.
it's kind of cool, right? So when you could put little things like that and somebody picks it up and go, remember when grandma did this? Oh my God, what was she thinking? Or remember,
Right.
remember this funny episode and grandma did this, you know? So I think that is a great way to honor her and
Mhm.
to let her know that, yeah, you know what? You only went to 99.9, but we took you to 100, right?
Yes.
More.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be nice. And then my mom asked me if I would say a few words because she wouldn't be able to speak without crying. So I said, of course. I did the eulogy, so I could do this. This will be easier. At least I'm,
Right.
it's a
It's a
year
little far removed.
later. Yeah, it's a different environment, less people.
Mm,
So I'll definitely. No, it's interesting. I don't know if you've ever experienced this before or anybody listening. It's like, sometimes, or oftentimes, I should say, in relationships, we tend to focus on something that the person said that upset you or bothered you or quirks about them that, you don't like, and then when they're gone, it's
mm,
like you can only remember the positive. You can only remember the good about them. It's
yeah,
just, yeah, it's just like an interesting phenomenon.
it
But
is.
that's what I experienced after my grandmother passed away. She used to do things and say things that would annoy me, and it's like, and then after, it's like forgotten.
Yeah.
It's like you just remember and you could see all the good, and it's like, oh wow, I wish I would have made that my focus while I had the time with her instead of after the fact.
I love that you said that. So why don't we live our lives like that?
Mm,
Why don't we live our lives to make an impact instead of hurt, right? So one of the things that I've realized that my life is has a purpose, and my purpose is to impact those around me, those who hear my voice. So our voice has power. And I encourage everyone to reflect back on who you are and understand that the Seer Show is about mindset, right? And Nikki is Mindful Matters. Hello. The show is considered with the truth seer, right? To seek the truth on health, fitness, and mindset. And if we can focus on those three elements, we can live a better life and we can help those around us live a better life. So the Seer Show is to open up our eyes so we can see better. We can see our future better. This is why the next, after this Saturday, I mean, can I tell you, I don't work. I don't work. I don't think I've really ever really worked a day in my life.
hmm
Enjoyed my life. I've enjoyed, even when I'm sweeping, cleaning, building something, whatever it is, I'm enjoying it. It's kind of odd, but I've never seen myself working. Even when I was getting a paycheck, when I used to go into the office and listen, I did architectural design drawings, I did all these kind of things, and I was getting a paycheck back in the 80s, but I didn't think of it as work. I was having fun. So for me, life is fun. And so the impact that I can bring to other people is to let them know that they're worth more if they shine. So start shining, people. Start shining. Put on those lights.
Yes, yes. I love that message, Sifu.
Yes, yes. Good morning, Daniel. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Danny C's in the house.
Hey. Just
Yeah,
in time, we're talking about shining.
that's it. And my God,
Danny shines a light on us. Yeah.
yeah. I got to tell you, Danny Poland is also known as Danny Z, and he's been on over 5,000 stages, and he's performed all over the world. And I got to tell you, he's one of our featured speakers that we're going to be doing an event in Tampa. So if you're interested in Tampa, reach out to me. Find a way. We're doing February 27th through March 1st, and Tampa is going to be the place. We're going to make Tampa hotter than it already.
But it already is.
We're bringing the Arizona sun to Tampa. How's that?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, yeah. We're just gonna have fun. That's it, you know. Fun and impact. Because one of the things that for me and for a lot of the speakers who are coming to be at our events, I think we align in that way. That
Mhm.
impact is literally everything that we should be doing. How do we show up on a daily basis, right? Nikki, you show up beautifully every time. Every time had a show, when I met you in person, you're so well uh, postured. And I don't mean that because you're standing tall, because you always stand tall, but just your elegance, the way you show up. It's so beautiful to see such a beautiful young lady to own her herself, right? And you do that beautifully.
Thank you, Sifu. And thank you for calling me a young lady. That felt
Well,
nice.
I gotta be careful. I have a 5-year-old client, right?
Yeah.
And I say to her, young lady, she goes, I'm not a young lady. I go, I say to her, she goes, don't call me old young lady. And I say to her, okay, old lady. And then she cracks. She goes, I'm not an old lady. She goes, I'm a big girl.
Aw,
Okay, I will call you a big girl.
that's
And
so cute.
it's so funny, but every so often I look at her, I go, hey, young lady. She goes, she gives me a look, right? So yeah, she is
Aw,
cute is a button, you know.
they're really cute. I'll take young lady any day over ma'am. That's
Oh,
one word. I hear ma'am and I'm like, oh, I'll just blame it on they're from an area where that's a proper thing to say.
yeah. Well, anybody who knows me and calls me a man doesn't really know me because I'm like such a kid, right? I'm like you call me boy, right? Because I'm just always fooling around. I'm having fun, even though sometimes yes, I do put on the serious persona, right? Depends on where we are. But even like I do parties, right? I host parties for like this Saturday. I have an 8-year-old who's having a birthday party, and I'm the host. Yes, with one arm. You know, I am in a sling. I don't know if you can see this thing, but I am in a sling. But guess what? I said to them, I'm going to be in a sling. They're like, who cares? We know you. I'm like, excellent. So we're going to have a blast. And usually I say to the kids, who's going to have more fun at the party, you or me? And they'll go, you, Sifu. I said, because I'm running around, I'm doing things, I'm throwing things. I just have a blast. So yeah, when people call me a man, I'm like, you don't really know me, do you?
That's right. Well, you've been doing it for so many years. I mean, I'm never going to forget that you said that you made sweeping fun.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just kind of how you've been operating all these years. And if you can make that fun, you can make anything fun.
Yeah. Uh-oh. So Danny was yes, sir, and yes, ma'am, to every
Yes.
adult. Uh, Danny, just don't say ma'am to Nikki, all right? She may kick you in the head. I don't know.
I remember when we went to Florida, speaking of Florida, I was 16 years old. We went to Disney and we were on this like blizzard beach and there was this it's like a water ride, like a water park. And I'm on the bridge and I'm like holding on and I'm crossing it and I'm hearing these words, ma'am, ma'am, and I'm not even paying attention. I was 16. And finally it got louder and I look and she's like, you're too big for that. Get down. And I'm like, you were talking to me, ma'am? I was 16. But again, like Danny said, I was raised to say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Which
And
is
Danny,
the
thank you for your kind words about me shining on every stage I step on. That's so sweet. Thank you.
yeah. Well, Danny Z got to meet you also in that was in Maryland, right?
That was
When
in
you
Maryland, and I
right?
got to go up and assist in a trick, a magic trick he was doing. And I remember I did it wrong, and he's like, "Nope." I'm like, "Oh." I made for a funny sidekick. Mhm.
There you go. I remember that. That was fun. Remember when Danny Z hid the numbers behind a place and he pulled it out and people were like, oh my God, how on earth did this man do this stuff?
Yeah,
Remember
he's
that?
really, really good. If you get the opportunity to see him in person, I say go. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll love it.
Oh, I got to tell you, the experience that's going to happen in Tampa with Danny Z is going to be out of this world. That's all I can say.
Yes. And I can second that.
We're wrapping this up, and thank you for staying the whole time with me, even though I flopped on this one. But it always becomes a learning lesson, right?
Yeah.
Usually, and here's the thing, usually I double and triple check because I send a Google invite, I send an email, I text, all that good stuff. So it goes to be, don't forget your SOPs.
Mm.
Son of a parent. I mean, I'm kidding. Right? So standard operating procedures. And that is one of the most important things that we have to remember as oppreneurs, right?
Oppreneurs. That is growing on me, I have to say.
OPpreneur. 3 Ps.
3 Ps. Oh, I love it. Yeah,
Nikki, I wanna wish you the happiest of holidays. I wanna wish you a celebration with your grandma. Remind me of your grandma's name. I'm thinking it starts with an S, but I might be wrong.
E starts with an E. It's an old-fashioned name from a long time ago. E. Edith.
Ethel?
Edith.
Eden.
And people that knew her called her Edie.
Oh, look at that. Nice. Yeah, so have a great celebration, right?
Thank you.
And, she'll know that we've been talking about her, right?
Oh, she's listening. Yep.
Okay. And
Yes.
happy holidays wherever you are. When you're celebrating, just remember you're loved. Everybody loves you. Everybody who knows you is better off because they know you. I'm better off because I know you.
Yes, beautiful, Sifu. You enjoy the holidays too, and enjoy your time off. Well deserved. Enjoy.
I don't know if I ever take time off. I mean, I don't do my conventional things, but this thing is still rocking and rolling.
And you're still playing and you're still having fun. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody, do me a favor. Follow the show. If you heard anything, even how to cook shrimp on this show, let us know. Share the show with somebody that may enjoy it. And if this is the first time watching it, come back. We have a great lineup for next year, December 2026. We're going to be talking about all the incredible guests we had. We may just have to do a solo show just like this, just to talk about all the incredible guests we've had. All right, so thank you, everybody. God bless. Stay well.
Stay well.